Hello everybody and welcome to today's pick a card reading. I am so excited about this pick a card reading because we are going to look into how your future spouse is going to propose to you. Not gonna lie, I have been feeling this romantic energy lately and I'm ready to be proposed to, so how better to indulge in this beautiful romantic moment by performing a pick a card reading for you. So if you want to indulge with me and delve into the juice when it comes to your future proposal, you need to pick a card. I have 4 options for you. First up, we have option number 1 with the carnelian crystal, option number 2 with the black obsidian crystal, option number 3 which is the Picasso jasper, and option number 4 which is the serpentine, also known as new jade crystal. I highly recommend you go with your first instinct. Spirit is going to guide you to the pile which has the most relevant information for you. Take your time and pause the video here if you need to, and I shall see you in your reading. Hello pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You have chose the carnelian heart crystal. I will touch upon the meaning of this crystal at the end of the reading because I normally find that whatever energy the crystal holds normally has a connection to the theme of the reading. So let's have a look into the juicy details surrounding your proposal. So first up, I want to see the energy around the proposal. Why does your future spouse want to propose to you? So we have, I don't react when people mention you and I am so attracted to you. So I don't think you expect this proposal. I don't think you see this coming. I think you think that your future spouse is somebody who's not too fussed about marriage. Maybe they've not even spoken to anybody about this. I don't know whether you have a distant relationship with your father or your mother, but you may not be in a healthy relationship with your father or your mother, or your future spouse may have had a few issues with your father or your mother. It happens, it's more common than not, but I feel like your future spouse is definitely taking the reins on this. I don't think they're asking for anyone's permission. I really actually sense a really strong demeanor when it comes to your future spouse. I think your future spouse may be very headstrong, and whether they're male or female, I think they're very masculine in nature. They kind of take life by the reins. They do everything their way. And I think that's another reason why you don't expect this proposal to come, because they've said in the past, oh, I'm not really into marriage, not really into that kind of thing. So you don't expect them to have you don't expect them to have that kind of leeway where they go against their will. And this doesn't mean that this person doesn't love you. I just think marriage in particular is not one of their life goals. I do sense this person's very career orientated, and I do think they may be quite financially well off or stable. And I think this is another reason why marriage isn't really on their mind, because they are more focused on their resources, but they are so attracted to you. Like, if they've had any previous relationships, I honestly do not think they have been interested in marrying them at all. It's not even crossed their mind. But with you, they're going to do anything for you. I definitely sense that you're more of a romantic. You're the romantic one in this relationship. I actually sense a very motherly energy around you, where I don't know whether you've been disconnected from your family. So you've created your own family and you put so much love and effort into your family. If you don't have kids or haven't created your own family with your future spouse, you may put this effort into your friendships. You may consider your friends as family. Like, you may be very humanitarian with your friends, always on the other end of the phone, always love to get your friends together and you cook meals for them and things like that. And I think this is another reason why your future spouse is like, I gotta wife this one because she is a blooming star. You're definitely a keeper, but you are like the I think I sense a feminine energy with you. And even if you are a male, this does not mean that I'm not talking about you. You're gonna be that very empathic, loving, caring type of male. But you work so well because they deal with the more hardened parts of life and you deal with like the softer parts of life. And I think this person can see that you are a match made in heaven, and that is why they want to put the lock and key on you, so to say. I would not be surprised if this person has actually described marriage as like a lock and key, handcuffs, or some kind of imprisonment, but they want to imprison you because you are such a keeper. Embrace what destiny has in store for you. So I think they really do embrace everything that you are, and I think now, I don't know whether you are with this person and this is happening now, or whether it's going to happen in the future, or whether you've not met this person at all, because this is make it resonate for the way it fits for you, okay? This is for people who, this can even be for people who are married now and they want clarification and they want to reminisce on that proposal, on that time of their life. So this is for anybody who's watching. But I think maybe your future spouse has I want to say life and death. I want to say they've been through like a life and death kind of situation. Life and death. Why is it so? I don't know whether they have had an accident and it's made them see life from a different light, or whether maybe they've lost something. Maybe they've lost a very important job. Please don't let this scare you. If you are with somebody right now and you're like, oh my gosh, are we going to lose something? I think it could be some kind of loss. I think it's more on their side. They could have even potentially nearly lost you. Maybe because they were being so emotionless and you just said, I'm going to take my loving, caring energy elsewhere. I think there may have been some kind of loss, maybe even a family member, and it's made them kind of wake up to their emotions and what really matters. It's helped them look beyond like the physical and the financial. It's made them realize the things in life that are really priceless. And I think they actually have whatever this is, it's kind of brought them back to their spirituality. And I think after this event, they looked at you like, gosh, you are my destiny. And they actually realised how lucky they were to have you. Gorgeous. So let's have a look at your life surrounding this proposal. When your future spouse proposes to you, let's have a look and see what you're going through. What kind of events are happening around you? So, okay. We've got Libra, the 12th house, and Saturn. I do feel like you are naturally, I actually do feel Libra and Cancer energy with you. You could have heavy Libra or heavy Cancer in your chart. So I do feel like naturally you are very giving in connections and relationships. But part of me feels like you'll be in when your future spouse proposes to you, you'll be in a phase of loving yourself. I think maybe you'll be pushed to a point in your life where you give so much away and you're like, okay, I feel a little bit empty and a little bit worn out. And not in a bad way. I don't think this is going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm flailing under the pressure. I genuinely think you're just going to go, oh, okay, I'm going to take some time for me. And I think you could even be going through some kind of regeneration when it comes to your physical appearance. Maybe you used to get your nails done and you go through a phase in your life where you're like, right, I want to kind of have a bit of a regeneration when it comes to my appearance. So you may start getting your nails done again, you may start having more massages, you may start lighting candles and having long baths. Like, I really do sense this self-care. And if you're male, you may be going through a phase where you might decide to start going back to the gym or get a new haircut, a new hairstyle. I don't know why I'm getting teeth. Something to do with teeth. I don't know whether you're going to go, you're going to decide to get your teeth whitened or something like that, or maybe even braces. But I definitely feel there's something to do with your physical appearance and you're just going to spruce yourself up a bit. So you're going to be in a phase of self-development, but quite superficial kind of like self-development, like very much like, I want to beautify myself. You may actually be experiencing a big birthday, and I'm feeling 30 or 40. And I think turning 30 or 40, you're going to panic a little bit. And this may be another reason why you decide to beautify yourself and look after yourself, because you want to remain youthful. I do think naturally you are an extremely good looking person. I do sense a real, even if you're male, I do sense a real like feminine energy, like just such like a creative beauty, I wanted to say, but like very womanly, very feminine, wifey material. Like, you were wifey material even in the dating phase, do you know what I mean? And if you're a male, like, you've got a very fatherly kind of energy to you. You're very caring and you're probably an extremely good cook, and that's to the males and the females. Okay, so the ring. We've got to talk about the ring. Now, I wanted to use my intuition, especially around the ring. I wanted to see what I visualize, what comes to my head. And for you guys, I sense a very traditional ring. I definitely sense crystal, so clear crystal, most probably diamond. But I do sense a very classic style with you guys. For some reason I see silver. I don't know whether you can't wear gold for some reason, or whether you just prefer silver over gold, but I see a silver ring, and I see 3 crystals. I see 1 big stone, and I think it may be in a square shape, and I see 2 stones at the side of it. Very elegant, but I think you're a very elegant person. You may be somebody who's got quite long, elongated features. Doesn't mean you have to be tall. And obviously if you're a male watching this, you may resonate with this ring, and you may think, yes, I've always wanted a ring like that, or you may think, oh yes, that's the kind of ring I would give to my girlfriend or whatever. Or you may be wearing the ring right now and then you can be like, yeah, she's, you know, nearly got it spot on there. But yeah, I'm sensing that for your ring. And I want to find out whether they choose a ring themselves or whether they get advice. And I definitely sense with again, we've got your future spouse who is very self-assured, and I do think he or she is going to take this proposal in their own hands, and I do think they chose the ring. Now with your future spouse, I definitely sense that they chose the ring for both of you. I think they chose the ring that they thought would suit you. I don't know whether you had a different ring in mind, but I do think that they were like, no, this is the ring that's going to suit my future spouse. So I'm going to get something slightly different to what they'd normally go for. And I think you may receive this ring and think, oh, it's not what we spoke about, but it supersedes what I expected. I don't know what it is with you guys. I normally have struggle communicating. But with you guys, I sense a very it's like a posh conservative kind of demeanour, so I don't know whether you both come from conservative backgrounds and things like that, but I feel the need to be very like to the point and speaking politely, so I don't know whether I'm picking up on your energy or whether I'm just changing. I've just gone up a class. We've got Libra with this again. You could be, sorry, I'm not saying stop right there. I'm just trying to get the camera to focus. I'm really sensing one of you has strong Libra, or you both have strong Libra in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But again, I do think this pertains to this like really strong traditional kind of relationship that you guys have. So I do feel like your future spouse has thought hard about this proposal and the ring and all the details to do with it, but I think they have done it solely. I think they have made a lot of decisions off their own back, and I really think they're the kind of person to go, I don't need anybody else's permission. I don't need anybody else to tell me what my partner wants in a proposal. So yeah, very self-assured. So I do think your future spouse, just reiterating what I've just said, with the Page of Pentacles upside down, it normally talks about like foolish decisions, and I don't think your future spouse is a fool. But I do think they are going to, as mentioned, the proposal is going to be what they want for you. So I think they may miss out some minor details. I feel like you have a strong connection to white lilies. And I think maybe your future spouse will go and look at flowers for you, or to like surround the room in that they propose in. But they may look at the white lilies and go, oh, that doesn't match the decor. So I'm going to choose a different flower. And you're going to be like, why did you not get the lilies? Like, you know I like white lilies. And they'll be like, look, I know what you want for this proposal. Like, I know what matches, I know what goes, I know what's classy. I don't think you'll hate it. I think you'll still be so over the moon, because I do think this person has a lot of precision when they put action into something, but I do think you are going to have little thoughts like, oh, where are my white lilies? Like, why did you not choose my birthstone? Like, kind of thing. And they're going to be like, look, I know what suits you, kind of thing. And not in an aggressive way, because that came out quite aggressive. I've got an Aries Mercury, so the way I communicate is normally quite aggressive and straight to the point, but they're very self-assured. I just get businessman or businesswoman when it comes to like this proposal. So, and I think they have very high expectations for themselves, and I think this is why they're going to please you, even though they've missed some of the minor details which you may have chosen if you were going to run your own proposal. I think they're going to really pull out all of the stops. I think they really want to go down a bit of a fairy tale kind of theme, and I definitely think they're going to spend a lot of money on this proposal. Now, do sense confidence in this person. I think they're very confident in their choices. And again, I'm really getting this this life situation they've been in recently that's made them question what really matters, a bit like they've had a bit of an awakening. And I think because they're seeing life in a more, from a more emotional standpoint and spiritual standpoint, I think they really want to include the air of magic when it comes to your proposal. And I think this is why they're so confident and self-assured about this proposal, because they, for work, they may actually organise things. They may be an organiser of some sort in work. So they know that they can make a plan, and they know that each checkpoint is going to be met and everything's going to go as planned. But I think what they don't realise is, I don't think they're going to realise how emotional this proposal is going to make them at the time. So I think this may be one of the first times in their life where they lose grip. So they're going to go into the proposal very confident and self-assured with a plan. And when, after the proposal, I think they may... I even sense during the proposal, they are going to cry. And I think you're going to be like, whoa, like this person never normally cries. And I think they're going to just completely lose their SHIT. And it's so sweet because it's making me want to cry, because it's a bit like when you, you know, when you see your dad cry and you're like, oh, you don't cry, why are you crying? But because they never cry, it's so intense and you feel their feelings and you're like, shit. I think it's going to be like watching your dad cry, and you're going to be like, oh, that's so beautiful. So, let's have a look around this occasion. Now, as mentioned, I'm definitely feeling it could be surrounding a birthday, a big birthday. And I don't necessarily think it may be on the birthday, like it could be on the birthday, but I definitely sense it'll be around the birthday. I kind of sense this person wants to separate the birthday from the proposal, because I think they feel like you deserve a birthday and a proposal, and they don't want to mash it all up in one. A bit like, I don't know whether you actually know somebody who's got a birthday around Christmas and you've always felt sorry for them, because you thought, oh my God, like they never get them separate. It's always their birthday and Christmas. And you may have a child actually who has that, or you may have a sibling or friend that you know. Oh my gosh, did you hear that? That was a random noise coming from the left of me. Okay, so you could have and by the way, no one else is in the house. You could have could be a friend, it could be a sibling. I think it could actually be on your other half's side, and they could even have a birthday around Christmas, and they understand the importance of keeping those two events separate. And this is what your future spouse is going to want to do for you, but I do sense it's going to be around a birthday, even if it's a week after your birthday or a week before. I think it could be a week before. I don't know why I'm doing this. Oh my God, crazy. It could be a week before your birthday. I definitely sense that this person could do it a week before, because they want you to have the best birthday, because it's going to be like a big birthday. Okay, so around a birthday, and I'm sensing the hustle and bustle of friends. I'm sensing the hustle and bustle of friends around you. I think you're going to have an event with friends, but I don't think they're going to propose to you around the friends. I think there will be plans made for you both to go to a restaurant afterwards. I do feel like your future spouse has pre-planned things with this restaurant as well. So they've gone to the restaurant beforehand, and it's those flowers again. I think the table's going to be dressed. And I think you're going to be a little bit confused while you're leaving the friends group, while you're kind of like, why do we have to leave? And your future spouse is like, look, trust me, we just have to leave. And I think the proposal is going to happen in this restaurant, and I do think it's going to be quite a high-class restaurant. The kind of restaurant where it's quite common for a proposal to happen, like a fancy restaurant. And I do see everyone watching the proposal, and I do think this is part of the reason why your other half's going to get a bit choked up, because they're going to be emotional, and they're going to have to be emotional in front of other people. And I think they're expected to be extremely confident. Yes, a lot of thoughts gone into this, because we've got the Two of Pentacles here. Like, your other half has been juggling like crazy to make this perfect. And the Queen of Pentacles, she is a classy bird. Like, that table's gonna be dressed. It's gonna be so fancy. I can see glitter and everything. So I know glitter can be like quite tacky, but I can see like everything's quite gleamy and glittery. I don't know whether the restaurant's actually gonna have like a glittery top. I used to work for a stonemasonry, but there's like quartz with like speckles in them, and I think it could be a very like sheen kind of surface. Maybe even the table's going to be like glittery, or something's going to be glittery on the table. Let's have a little bit more clarification. So it's going to be in public. We've got Leo, 10th house, public, and Pluto. Yes, public. I'm sensing that really flashy restaurant. Lots of glitter, lots of glam, fancy, 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 and very public. I actually think the restaurant is going to be more busy than your other half expected. And then I actually also think your other half will sit at the table before they propose and think, I would have rather have done this in front of our friends. But ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just one of those thoughts. I think they're going to get a bit nervous, unexpectedly nervous and vulnerable. Okay. So the proposal itself is going to be beautiful. We've got the Taurus card here. Now, I think you like lilies, but this person is going to choose roses. I definitely sense roses on the table, or some kind of rose aspect, even like roses like around the table, like rose petals surrounding the table. Don't know why I see that. I don't know whether people normally do that, but I see that. And this is really going to expose this person's emotions, because we have an exposed heart here. Again, it's that they're not used to exposing their emotions like this, and my gosh, they're not used to doing it in public, but it is going to run smoothly, perfectly. It's going to be like a fairy tale proposal, and you are going to be so blown away, but I do think afterwards you're going to think, lilies. Do you even know my favourite flower? And they can be like, yes, I know your favourite flipping flower. I chose roses, all right. This card's come up twice. The Seven of Cups, we have that twice, and this is, for me personally, for this proposal reading, I do think this is pulling out all of the stops. So I do think this person's going to pull out all of the stops, and everyone's going to see it. It's going to be very public. And I think everyone's going to see that, other people's response is going to be shock and awe. I think a lot of people are going to see you, and they're going to think, oh my gosh, like I need a fiance like that. And I think this is going to bring you a lot of rest and rejuvenation, because it's probably going to be one of the best surprises. That was my elbow, sorry. It's probably going to be one of the best surprises of your life. So unexpected. And I think it's going to bring a lot of peace for the people around you. I think a lot of people trust in your relationship. So the response you're going to gain from this proposal is going to be so positive. I really sense that you're a very stable couple anyway, and everyone can see that this is just a dream come true for you. My camera only records for 30 minutes at a time, and I've exceeded 30 minutes for this reading. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. There'll be a lot of claps. Claps from the people observing the proposal, but also claps from friends and family. They're going to be so happy for you. This is going to be so beautiful. Right, let's touch up upon the crystal that you chose, the carnelian crystal. So the carnelian crystal stimulates creativity and boosts motivation. Carnelian can give you courage. It also boosts blood flow, which boosts that libido. So I do feel like a lot of effort and energy and motivation has gone into this proposal, so it makes so much sense why the carnelian was sitting on top of these cards. And a lot of love and desire as well. You know, I do feel like this person is proposing to you for very true reasons, because they genuinely have such a strong desire for you and such a strong motivation, and they felt so motivated to bring you this beautiful proposal because they really feel like you deserve this. Oh, I'm getting really emotional with this one. I hope this doesn't happen for all of the cards, but I sense such a loving relationship here. You guys are hashtag couple goals. Okay then, pile number 1. That was your reading. I hope this resonated for you. If you like this video, please drop it a like, because it helps the video circulate and it helps my channel grow so more people see these videos. If you like content like this, please subscribe, because I would love to see more of you. And also, if you have any ideas for future pick a card readings, please comment those down below, because I want to bring you the content that you want to see. Good luck, pile number 1. And yeah, I will see you in their next reading. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the black obsidian heart crystal, and we will touch upon the meaning of this crystal at the end of the reading, because I'm always so fascinated how the meaning of the crystal ties in with the theme of the reading. So we shall see whether that is a little bow that we can tie on the end of your reading at the end. So let's have a look at the energy around your proposal, and I want to start by looking at the reason why your partner decides to propose to you. So we have, I know that I crossed the line with you, I wish things could be different, and I want you. So I don't know whether this is a relationship where you may have had a few difficulties at the beginning. Maybe, maybe this person was a bit of a player to begin with. I'm definitely sensing this at the beginning of the relationship. I don't feel the energy around pile number 2 that this person has played you throughout. I definitely get the energy of this person started off the relationship on a bad footing, or a slightly unsavory footing. As I said, like with pile number 2, I did not sense a strong intensity. So when it comes to this like bad footing at the start of the relationship, I think this could have been done through kind of childish player energy. Someone not knowing what they wanted because they want you now. They may have acted at the beginning of the relationship like they had options, and they really want you to know that they want you, that they only have eyes for you, and that they want to spend their life with you. And we've also got dreams. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. I definitely sense a feeling that you guys love to live life. And I do sense that you both have strong dreams. I think you both have a lot of individuality within this relationship. But I think also you both probably reminisce about the future together a lot as well. So you're both a pair of daydreamers, and this makes you like really good manifestors for this reason, because you have this ability to kind of like drift off into your dreams. And I do think you guys sit and talk about your future a lot. And I don't think you realize how much this actually means to your future spouse. You may talk about these like fantastical dreams, but you may not realize that your future spouse takes this very seriously, and they really want to solidify these dreams and make them a reality. And I definitely think you're somebody who's extremely supportive for your future spouse, and I think they're very supportive of you. So you do feel this energy around your energy where anything is possible. I don't think they can see, I think they've got a very specific path or ideal for their life path. And I think maybe you're the first person who's came into their life that's been able to help solidify this path, where maybe past relationships were very different to what they were expecting. Did I explain that correctly? You're the first person who supports them, and maybe their life path is a little bit different than the usual. And I think maybe you're the first person that supports that. I do feel like your future spouse may be a little bit quirky as well, and I think you're very quirky too, so you complement each other. I definitely do sense quite an immature energy from your future spouse, but not in a negative way, but in a very like childlike optimism. And this may also be why we have these dreams, but it may also be why the relationship started out on a bad footing. They didn't always think things through. Maybe you bring structure to your future spouse's life, and they finally have started seeing their dreams manifesting when they're with you, because you give your future spouse that structure, and they really appreciate that about you. Okay. Let's have a look at your life surrounding the proposal. So what's going to be going on in your life when your future spouse proposes to you? Okay, interestingly, I had something very similar for pile 1. We've got Libra and the 12th house, and we've got the moon. So I definitely feel like you will be going through a very, I feel like you're going to be going through a period of self-development, and this is going to sound so much like pile 1, but it's came up twice. Libra in the 12th house makes me think that you are going through a phase in your life when your future spouse proposes to you where you kind of put your love into you, you pour your love into you, you're being very self-developmental. I also sense a sense of superficiality here as well, and not in a bad way. I do sense that potentially you will beautify yourself around this time. You will realize how important it is to care for yourself, maybe taking your energy away from others and pouring that effort and that love into you. We've got the moon here as well, so I think with you it's going to be very it's going to be pouring love into yourself. It's going to be an emotional thing that you do where you pour that love into yourself, and you do that like inner healing. But I think, or a symptom of this, not a symptom, I think a benefit of this is going to be you look after your body more as well. So I think you will be in a bit of a glow up stage. I think you're going to be full to the max, hair done, nails done, lashes done, looking very fine, looking very hot, but also being more emotionally stable than you have been in the past. And I sense your future spouse is a dreamer, so I don't think when they propose, that's the first time they've ever thought about getting married to you. I do think your future spouse has dreamt about proposing to you and dreamt about your wedding day ever since the get-go. But I think they've been waiting patiently for you to gain a bit of stability, emotional stability. I do sense your future spouse is they have such a strong desire to be with you for the rest of their life, but they do have such a strong sense of self as well, that they want to make sure that they're not jumping the gun. And this has nothing to do with you. I just think your future spouse needs a lot of ticks checked on their checkpoint for marriage before they actually go ahead and do it. And I think one of the last things they wanted before they proposed to you is for you to get through something. They wanted you to get through something first, relieve the baggage around something before they proposed, because they wanted you to be in the right state of mind as well as them, to make sure that you are saying yes for the right reasons too. Very sensible. Even though I'm having this immature energy around your future spouse, there's a sensible person living inside of them. So that's really cool. Now, the ring. The ring. I really wanted to leave the ring to my intuition. And I just wanted to feel what I was visualizing for you guys. I do get an eccentricity around your ring. I think it's going to be a little bit different. Not necessarily different to what you expect, but I think it's going to be a little bit different because you're a little bit different. You're a little bit quirky, and they're a little bit quirky. I really think it's a stab in the dark for this person. When it comes to the ring, I think that this may be their most difficult decision. I think you are so... I think you may be somebody who changes your appearance often. Oh gosh. You're very changeable. Very changeable. And this does add to this thing where your future spouse just wanted you to stabilize a little bit, to make sure that you were fully present when they proposed, to make sure that you were saying yes and you weren't going to say yes and then say no a week later. It's an exciting energy, and I actually do think, even though your future spouse was waiting for you to stabilize for some reason, I do actually think this changeable nature you have is also very exciting to them when it comes to real decisions like marriage, home, kids. And that's when they're like, right, we need to make sure that we're doing the right thing here. So the ring. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be a carbon copy of the ring that I'm going to mention, but Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, sorry, I nearly forgot their names. I remember seeing their ring and thinking that's very unique. And I do think your ring is going to be very unique like theirs. Not the same, it doesn't have to be the same colour, doesn't have to be the same crystals or stones, doesn't have to have thorns that stick into your finger or whatever was going on with that ring, because I thought it was like quite torturous. But it's going to be different, it's going to be customised. And I think so much thought is going to go into that ring. I'm definitely seeing gold with your ring, and I'm definitely seeing, I'm seeing a mixture of stones. I think there may be, it's not going to be conservative. Let's put it that way. It's not going to be a conservative ring, and it may have different coloured crystals in it. I do sense some clear crystals in there as well to kind of balance things out. So, do they get advice on the ring? Do they get advice when it comes to the proposal? So we've got strength, and I do think this is something that's when I look at the strength card, I do think of sorry about the noises, the house has started getting really loud. There's no one home, it's just me, but every now and then we get a bit of activity, let's put it that way. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It means we've got that like kinetic, spiritual, paranormal energy flowing through the room. So I'm very grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do think this person is going to ask for advice. I don't necessarily think they're going to take the advice, because when I think of the strength card, I think of somebody who's very strong in their own decisions, someone who's very individual. But I do sense this person is going to ask other people who have proposed previously that they know, maybe friends, family, and just get a few ideas, maybe even just a structure for the proposal. But I think they're gonna definitely ignore a lot of the advice and go, yeah, okay, now I know how not to do it. I think there's going to be one person who tells them their proposal story, and I think your future spouse is going to be like, oh, I know how not to do it now, thank you for that. But I do think they're going to do it themselves, but I do think they're going to ask for some help. And let's have a look and see whether they're going to plan it, whether it's going to be planned, whether it's going to be on a whim. I think this is going to be very, this proposal is going to be very specific. There's going to be a lot of thought put into this. I think with the Four of Pentacles, I definitely think this person is going to think of every single detail and overthink it. I think there's going to be, I think they're going to be the kind of person who's like, this needs to be perfect. There is no leeway, this needs to be perfect. Somebody, if there's going to be friends there, we're going to get to that in a minute to see whether, you know, what the scene may be. But I do think if there's going to be friends there, if it's a restaurant or if it's a hotel, they're going to be calling them up multiple times. Are you sure you've got that right? Are you sure that's there? Are you sure this is on the bed? I definitely think they're going to be a bit OTT with it. It may be because you're quite fussy. Oh, this is the nice thing about this, right? We've got Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. They're doing this. They're going to be so OTT about this proposal and so specific about it and so pushy with it as well, because they want it to be the ultimate like wish fulfillment for you. Let's just check that that camera's, oh wait there, my camera's about to go off, wait there. The camera was about to switch off on me, sorry guys, and I had to cut it because I didn't want you to see that I'm wearing my pyjama shorts under it. I was killing the illusion. I do think this person knows how much this means to you, and they want it to be perfect. I actually think this person thinks that if this isn't perfect, they could lose you, which is really cute and it's really funny, but they're going to be so specific. And hey, if someone puts, focus on me. Oh, cool. If somebody puts that much effort into a proposal, it's going to be perfect, isn't it? I'd hope so. So this person's going to have a really cool head on the outside and someone who thinks that they know exactly what they want when it comes to this proposal. But let's have a look and see whether this person's going to be confident about this. So premature card there. Again, we have the strength. So the strength comes up twice. Now this shows me that this person really knows that they're doing the right thing by proposing to you. There are no doubts here. They are very strong in their knowing that they want to be with you for the rest of their life. They know they want to do this. They've got very independent thoughts about this relationship, but I definitely see that they are very nervous. We've got the Ten of Swords, which talks about a big burden, and I definitely think this is a burden for them, not because proposing to you is a burden, but because of the details of the proposal. They want this to be absolutely perfect. They don't want there to be any mistakes. If they turn up and the flowers that you want are not on the table and they've put something else on there, he or she is going to be livid. They are going to be livid. And I definitely sense that this person isn't actually someone who loses their temper very often, but they are going to be so strong-headed with this proposal. Like, this needs to be perfect, and if it's not, it is on your head. But the great thing about it is they want this to be perfect. They're so nervous about it because this is an investment. They know this proposal is going to go down in history, so it better be good. Yes, this is cute. Okay, so is this going to be an occasion? Is this going to be specific occasions? Is it going to be a random night? Are they going to give you the proposal that you want? Or is this the proposal that they want? I definitely think it's what you want already. And where and when is this proposal going to be? Okay, so I did mention midway through this reading, it may be around friends. We have the 11th house, which could mean that this is going to happen around friends or family, or some kind of event. I definitely think there's going to be onlookers here. This is not private. And it's going to be so beautiful with the Libra, having rolled Libra as well. I said this for pole number 1 as well, but I do feel a very fairy tale-esque kind of energy around this. We also got the butterfly here as well. I think this proposal means a lot to both of you because this is going to end the phase of life where they messed up. And I also see this here with the Ten of Swords, which is the ending of a cycle, ending of a difficult cycle with the Ten of Swords. They want to end a difficult cycle that they caused at the start of the relationship. And it's going to propel you guys into the future, a better future, a more balanced future with the North Node here. However this proposal pans out is exactly how it was supposed to be, because fate is going to be involved here. And I definitely think fate's going to jump in and help this person out as well. For instance, you may say, I want roses, red roses. And the restaurant say, we've only got white roses. And then they choose, and then they decorate the table with white roses, and then you turn up to the proposal and go, oh, I love white roses. I'm not too keen on red roses. And then your future spouse will be sitting there thinking, oh shit, I was gonna get the red roses, thank God for that. Yeah, your future spouse may be a lucky bugger. But this is really going to end an old phase. This is going to end a more challenging phase that you both have been through. I definitely think it's going to be like a picture perfect proposal, public proposal. I really sense it's going to be an event or you're going to have friends surrounding you. Definitely going to be public. A public show of their affection for you, and I can see a speech. I think this person's actually going to say a speech. A bit like the best man speech, but it's like a proposal speech. They'll get this letter out, this like thing that they wrote, and they'll read it out to everybody. And you're going to be there just like, are they really doing this? Like, oh my gosh. And then like they'll get halfway through and you'll go, oh, this is actually really sweet. I actually think you may be a little bit embarrassed here, because it's literally going to be like, spotlight on you. And you're going to be like, oh, I wasn't expecting this today. Cute, very cute. I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah, here we go again. 10 of Swords. Again, where is it? Here. We have the 10 of Swords here. Here it is. Double 10 of Swords, the ending of a negative cycle between you both. You've definitely had some challenge at the start of this relationship, and this is going to end it. Boom! New cycle. Yes! So lovely. Okay, so the proposal itself, look, this is, I said about the ring, it's going to be eccentric, it's going to be different. We've pulled the Aquarius card here, which is about originality. It's like about progressive ideas. So the ring we've already discussed is going to be a bit different, most probably personalized, because you have very specific tastes. You're both a bit quirky, so you probably won't be able to find your future spouse probably won't be able to find what you'd want on the market. But the whole proposal itself could be a little bit different, a little bit quirky, thinking outside the box. With the letter, pulling out that letter that they wrote to read to everyone. Like, you may be thinking, why did you read this beautiful, like these beautiful verses about how amazing I am and the funny things that we've been through to everyone else and not to me? Like, you're sitting there just like, oh, this is my future spouse's show, okay, but it's that's gonna make it quirky and different and comical after, because it's gonna be like, okay, at the time I was like, what the fuck? And then like afterwards you both have a real like laugh about it, and it'll go down in history. It'll go down in history with all your friends as well, whoever was there at the time. If it was an event, you know, it's going to be a memorable event for everyone, not just you two, because Aquarius is all about the collective as well. And that is, oh my God, that's beautiful, because that's what you want. When it comes to your love, love really is, oh, here we go. Love really is an expression between two people, but it should also be an inspiration, so that other people can express that same kind of love, like a influence. Love should be influential. Love should be contagious. Just like a negative energy can be contagious, love is contagious. Love needs to be passed along, because love starts between two people, but really what we want to do is we want everyone on this earth to feel that love, to raise the vibration of the earth. So if you have a strong love, be inspirational, pass it on to others, show other people how to love. And I do think this connection does that, because you've got the fire, you've got passion, optimism, and I do think you have that kind of love that's like, no matter what, it never gets old. The flame never goes out. And I do think you inspire a lot of people with your love. And that's why it's so beautiful to see that your proposal is going to be in public. People are going to see it. People are going to be inspired by it. And you're going to make people laugh. It's going to be infectious. Fabulosa. Okay, is it going to go as planned? What's other people's reactions going to be? I've already said, I think people are going to laugh. It's going to be infectious. What's your response? So it's going to be, I think we've got the Knight of Swords here, and this tells me that it's going to be, I think there's going to be a lot of nervousness, a lot of anxiety. So I think there's going to be a lot of explosive energy due to the nervousness. Which is fine, everyone, you know, you should be nervous. It's a big life move to propose to somebody. But we've got the Justice here, as just like the double 10 of Swords, you've got the Justice card talks about removing toxicity. So this proposal is going to be a brand new phase where you can leave all those Ten of Swords, kind of 𝑠�Ｈ𝒕𝒊𝒆𝒂𝒂𝒒𝒆 in the past. Moving on to a new future, a better future. And also your future spouse is going to prove to you their devotion. And it's probably going to be the first time in your relationship where you've been able to take your future spouse seriously. As I said, I get that eccentric energy. And it may be the first time that you look down at them or look up at them. I don't know why I'm getting your future spouse standing above you and you sitting. It's the first time you're going to look at them and go, oh, you're really serious about this. Oh, okay. Which is going to be really nice, but maybe quite, what's the word? Hard hitting at the same time, in a good way. So to finish off this reading, I want to have a look at what the black obsidian crystal means. So the black obsidian is connected to the root chakra, which is the chakra that holds the rest of our chakra systems in place. It's the structure of the whole of our chakra system. It brings power, protection, and grounding. It brings you the courage to face your inner truth, and I definitely think your future spouse is trying to express their inner truth to you by this grand gesture and proposal. Also, it may be the first time in your relationship where you felt grounded with this person as well. I definitely think it's been a bit unstable for you. The relationship maybe have been a bit unstable. I definitely sense high energy here. I definitely sense high, positive, optimistic, loving energy, but you may have been a bit on and off due to the your future spouse's immaturity. But I do think this is going to bring you so much grounding, and it's going to be a brand new phase of your life where you can become a power couple. I definitely think this is power couple energy. People may have looked at you guys in the past and thought, oh, puppy love. And now people are gonna look at you like, wow, they're a power couple. They're extremely inspirational. And that's the kind of love I want. And that's really beautiful. Okay, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked it and it resonates with you, please drop it a like, because it helps the video circulate and it helps the channel grow so more people can see these videos. If you like content like this, please subscribe, because I would love to make more content like this for you. And if you have any ideas for future pick a card videos, I would really love to hear them down below, because I want to bring you the content that you want to see. This was beautiful, pile number 2. Very happy for you, and I shall see you in the next reading. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number 3. Let's have a look at how your future spouse is going to propose to you. You chose the 𝒂𝒆𝒍𝒐𝒈𝒆𝒄. I just got this through the post today. So the 𝒂𝒆𝒍𝒍𝒐, and we will look into the 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒍𝒐 at the end of the reading, because I'm always so fascinated how the meaning behind the crystal normally ties in with the theme around the reading. So we will take a look at that at the end of the reading and see whether we can tie a little bow on the reading using the meaning of the crystal. So as soon as I tapped into your energy, I got a flipping whirlwind romance. I don't know whether you are watching this and you're actually with this person, or you're on and off with this person. I definitely sense somebody watching this, or a group of people watching this, who are so on and off with this person. You have such a strong connection, and a strong passionate connection, like an intense connection with this person, that you're thinking, am I going to marry this person or not? Because ideally I don't want to. But we have this connection that is undeniable. If you haven't met this person, then strap yourself in, because this is going to be a wild ride, but I'm telling you, you're going to have like a fantastic SEX life. But yes, I definitely sense with pole number 3, there's a strong group of you guys that are already on and off with this person, either with them or off with them at the moment. So they could already be in your life. But let's start the reading by looking at the energy around the proposal and why they are going to decide to propose to you. Okay, so look, relationships aren't what Disney portray. Like, I had this with pole number 2 where I had some iffy cards to begin with that showing a lot of like rockiness at the beginning of the relationship. I'm getting the same again, and that makes so much sense about this whirlwind energy that I felt around you guys, because we've got, I regret lying to you. Okay, this will resonate to you. If you're watching this and you're on and off with this person, you'll understand what that means. But it does sound like this person has hurt you in the past. Maybe they've lied about their feelings towards you. Maybe they've actually been quite scared about their feelings towards you. I definitely sense someone who gets very intense in this connection and then runs. And you're always like, just allow yourself to love and we can live happily ever after. It's like they always bring this like energy to the relationship, and I'm feeling quite hyper as well. So I don't know whether this person has like a lot of hyperactivity, but I think you just want to be stable, and this person is a bit too excitable at times. They don't know what they want. And I definitely sense a feeling from your future spouse that their issue with not knowing what they want has absolutely F all to do with you. I think deep down they know they want you, but the thing that they struggle with, the reason they struggle with stability, is because they aren't being true to themselves in some other aspect of their life. Now, this could be being involved in a career that they're not into, maybe having a hidden talent or hidden hobby that they feel a bit like shy about. Like, they could be restricting themselves in some kind of way. And I think all it's doing, that kind of restriction that they put upon themselves, is reverberating into your relationship with this person. So if you're watching this and you're on and off with this person, this is like clarification that they are much softer than they make out. And that, unfortunately, because they're having a lot of trouble with themselves at the moment, it is kind of like rubbing off on your relationship. Again, I said you may be split up with this person. I want to feel that way again. It's like they are always brought back to you. No matter how far they run, they cannot help themselves. They're magnetized towards you. I would not be surprised if you break up and you end up being in the same bar or something, and you're kind of just like, what are you doing here? Have you followed me here? And they're like, no, like I really haven't. And I'm going to tell you something on the low here. I don't know what, it looks like I'm looking around the corner like, are they listening? I'm going to tell you something on the low here. I actually think, I can't guarantee, right, that this person doesn't keep tabs on you and follows you. And that sounds really creepy, but I think maybe you already suspect this. I think they're extremely obsessed over you and protective, and that's why it doesn't make a lot of sense when they pull away from you, because it's like, you're so eager, then you're so off. But I think when you're apart, this person keeps tabs on you, and if they do turn up in the same bar as you or at the same exercise class, I think they do that purposely, and they'll definitely play it down and say it's coincidence or it's fate. It ain't a bad thing, right? That is dedication, okay? If a man did that to me, kept tabs on me and turned up like randomly, actually I have had it before. I actually had it in a car park. even though I didn't take his advances, I did secretly think it was very romantic. But the great thing about this is they love you. They know they love you. Now, I don't know how this is going to turn into a proposal yet. 111, okay. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. 111, 1111 is an important number for twin flames, runner, chaser. If you know about the twin flame journey, you know that someone is always running and someone's always chasing, and you can flip that script at any point and you can be the runner and then they'll chase you. It really sounds like this is going on. It's like a whirlwind. It's like going around in circles. It symbolises the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. You guys are in a twin flame relationship. And we have 11:11 a.m. So I don't know whether 11:11 a.m. means anything to you. Okay. You are the same soul. You come from the same soul. You most probably twin each other in many ways, and when you're apart, you are magnetized back towards each other. And I definitely sense with you guys a very strong sexual connection. It's like, even when you're apart, the 𝒆𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒄 desire to be back together is so intense, and that is why you both fall back into each other's arms. I do think there's definitely more to this. I definitely think there's an emotional connection as well, and you twin each other, so you understand each other, but I think you are both extremely attracted to one another. Like physically, it's like movie scene kind of 𝒆𝒂𝒂𝒄 when it comes to your 𝒆𝒂𝒂𝒄 life with this person, which is really cool. Which is really cool. Okay. Let's have a look and see what will be going on in your life when this person decides to propose to you. Okay. I think, okay, all right, this is not gonna resonate with everyone, but I do have a feeling that you two may have a baby. You may already have a child together, or you may actually have a child with this person. And I think you're going to be going through motherhood when this proposal happens. This point number 3 is so specific. If it's not a baby, if it's not a child, because not everybody's gonna want a baby, okay? And I'm telling you, if you do not want a child with this person, stay protected, because you guys are at it like rabbits. And if you meet this person, if you've not met them yet, please use protection if you don't want a child, because you two are going to have a lot of physical activity. If this is not a child, I do think you may decide to move home around this time, or you may decide to renovate your home at this time. I definitely sense a move, to be honest. You may actually move out of the area. You may move somewhere, maybe another town. And I do actually sense a feeling that it's going to scare this person a bit, because it's going to be a little bit out of character for you to actually make this big move or this big change. And I think it's around that time that you are going to get your proposal. Okay. The ring. Let's have a look at the ring. So I want to use my intuition when it comes to the ring. I want to see what visually comes to me. I see a teardrop. And I actually do think there's a deeper meaning in this. I think the teardrop diamond, I do sense blue. Blue or crystal? Blue or crystal? Blue diamond? Is there such a thing as blue diamond? I'm getting blue diamond. I do sense this is going to have a deeper meaning, and I think this ring is why you know that this person's serious when they propose to you. I think you've both been through so much together. It's signifying the tears that you have sacrificed for each other, and showing that none of those tears have gone to waste and that they're all collected in this diamond, in this ring. I think my camera's just focused out. And I think their expression of emotion and sensitivity during this proposal with this particular ring is going to make you say yeah. And you're going to be like, oh, you noticed the pain I went through and you acknowledge that. And I think that's all you've ever wanted from this person. I actually do sense like a jovial energy around this proposal as well. I do think, even though you've been through this whirlwind with this person, it's been a bit of a on and off twin flame kind of stuff, I do think you both have the ability to laugh about some of the things that's happened between you both. I think there's a bit of a comedic effect. For instance, when they do turn up to random places and say it's fate, you know, it's funny. It's funny, it's memories. And it's something that other couples don't have. You guys have something that you know no one else around you has. None of your friends have a connection like you do. None of your friends have the stories to tell that you do. And none of your friends have relationships where you have shared as much emotion as you both have. Nice. Very beautiful and sentimental. And I'm very glad that we've got to this point in the reading, because it was so whirlwindy that I was a bit worried. But this is true love. And even though you have both been faced with so many challenges, you're both there together. And you're most probably going to spend the rest of your lives together. Okay, I want to have a look, because I do feel like this may be a stabilizing factor for you guys as well. So, okay. As mentioned about the ring, this ring is going to have meaning to you both. And I definitely think this person is going to plan this proposal around you both. It's going to have a theme of your journey together. I sense that this person is going to be going to confide in one of their parents. Maybe their mother is going to be going to be a strong factor in this proposal. Maybe their mother is going to really help this person out. And I do sense that your future spouse is going to be a bit like, I'm not used to being, I'm doing a male voice, but this can be a female, but this kind of energy where I'm really not used to expressing my feelings. I really don't know what to do. Like, I know what I want, but can you tell me what flowers to get and things like that? Like, I do sense like a really, they know what they want, but they struggle with the details because it's not their vibe. Like, it's not what they usually do. If they're a man, they're like an alpha kind of manly man, and they're just like, oh, I don't want to go to the florist on my own. I don't know what flowers to pick, kind of thing. So I think they're going to have a lot of help from maybe their mother or a strong female figure in their family, or maybe your best friend. Definitely could be a thing there. Cool. And it's going to be one of the first times as well that they tell you the truth about their feelings. As mentioned, this is going to be planned around how they feel about you and your journey. And I do think as mentioned, I do think there are other people involved here, because we've got Three of Pentacles, which is about a collaboration, along with the Two of Cups. They are going to gain help from the people around you who know you well, and probably their mom as well. And I do think they have a very strong knowing that this is practice for them. To make this romantic and show their loving self authentically, they want to take that energy into the marriage so that your marriage is successful, so that they can emotionally give you everything that you need within a marriage. This is more than the proposal. This is a big changing point in their life and their attitude towards love. And this is a twin flame thing. You've pushed them to open up. You've pushed them to delve into their emotions, and that's your soul's purpose together. I think this is going to end a contract between you both, a soul contract. That's not negative. I think the soul contract, your soul contract together was so that you opened them up to be more authentic, opened them up to delve into their emotions, to be able to express their emotions. And once you've done that for that person, that soul contract ends. And that means you've succeeded. That means that this person's going to go along in their life more connected to their emotions, therefore being more connected to your emotions. It's going to be easier from now on. And I think I did say it in the previous in the reading that things are going to stabilize because a difficult soul contract is going to be completed. So is this person feeling nervous? Are they feeling confident about this proposal? Yeah, I don't know. I think this person doesn't know whether you're going to say yes or no, because we've got the Tower here and we've got the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is juggling. It's also very much like there's a yes there, there's a no there. They're juggling. Is it going to be a yes? Is it going to be a no? And the Tower, which tells me two things. The end of that difficult cycle between you both, but also the worry that you may not say yes. I think they have no idea what your answer is going to be. It's 50-50, and that's quite exciting in itself. And I actually think you watching this, if you're resonating with this, you're thinking, I don't know what my answer would be, actually. So, okay. So is this proposal going to be what you want? Is it going to be what they want? Is it going to fall on an occasion? Or is it going to be a random date? Let's have a little look and insight. Ooh. Okay. Okay. We've got the Mother and the Sun here. Charm, Mother and the Sun. I don't know whether you can see that, but it says Mother and Sun. I did mention earlier on this reading that it may surround a birth of a baby, maybe a baby that you both make together. Is this person going to propose to you in the birthing room? That could be for some of you. And this could be where that humorous, jovial energy comes from, because it's funny. Like, at the time, it's like, what are you doing? And then, like a month later, you both laugh your tits off at it. That's for some of you. That's for some of you. St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day could be for some of you as well. There could be a lot of drink involved. And I think a lot of drink will be involved because it's the only way that this person can open up emotionally. St. Patrick's Day, I don't know whether anyone is of Irish origin watching this. If you are, then this is probably for you, but we could be looking at St. Patrick's Day. But I do think if it's not St. Patrick's Day, if it's not in the birthing room, I don't know what you crazy kids are doing here, because this pile number 3 is a bit mental, but it's good, it's memorable, it's exciting, and it's exciting for me to read it. If this is not St. Patrick's Day in the birthing room, this could be just, this person just goes, I'm just going to do it on the day that feels lucky to me. Happy go lucky chappy or woman. I'm just going to do it when it feels right. I've got it planned, but I don't know which day this week I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it when it feels right. And I think it is going to be right. It's going to be a memorable moment for you both. And I do think you're a very happy, jovial, kind of exciting person. So I actually don't think you mind that spontaneity and excitement. So we've also got the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. Now, the Ace of Wands tells me that this is going to be a very strong kind of proposal. Like, I do think it's going to be unexpected, isn't it? When we think about the whole reading, it's going to be unexpected, and it's going to have a drive of passion and an element of shock. There's going to be an element of shock with this proposal, and with the Page of Cups as well. An element of shock with this proposal of love. I am getting a public place with this. Has this person got a very loud voice as well? I sense a very loud voice from this person. I think this person's going to really gush to you in a public place. If it's not in the birthing room, it could actually be abroad as well. You guys could be on holiday when this proposal happens. Because you do have Sagittarius, which is all about overseas travel, and you have the 11th house, which is collectively, publicly. I definitely think there's going to be a video recorder on the go. Someone's going to be recording on their phone. I think that's going to be set up so that someone records the moment. And I think it's going to be straight up on social media. I don't know what it is. I'm really sensing a really grounded kind of like, not grounded, what's the word I can use? I'm really feeling like a family community when it comes to this proposal. It could be a family holiday. It could be the family in the birthing room. It could be the family out having a blast on St. Patrick's Day, an Irish family. Oh, if this resonates, you have got to comment down below because this reading's crazy. But there's definitely a jovial atmosphere. Family, it's definitely family. Let's have a look at the proposal itself. This proposal is going to end an imbalance and a struggle that you've had. Now, we've got the opposition, and the opposition in astrology, when you have two planets opposite each other, it really is juggling out these two planets. It's a back and forth kind of thing. And this is the same with a twin flame relationship, a runner and chaser relationship. It's back and forth, it's back and forth. And you've definitely been feeling this back and forth around this relationship. That's ending. After this proposal, that's ending. This person is serious and they want to make it work this time. I think there are going to be people, friends, who are like, are you sure you want to do this? But there's so much newness that's going to come from this proposal. It is going to be a real gush of emotions coming from this person, unexpected and shocking. And you're going to have all the people you love around you, and that's going to make you feel so secure in this moment. Like, this person understands the importance of family and community. Probably one of the things you love about them. You're going to have your community around you when this happens. There's going to be cheers, a lot of cheers. There's going to be a few people who really care about you, who are like, oh, hope they're doing this right thing. I hope pile 3 is doing the right thing. But they're going to see very quickly that this is going to completely transform the relationship, and you're going to transform into a very strong couple that have a lot of stories to tell and a lot of funny jokes to tell and a lot of funny stories. A lot of fun. I've said that twice. There's going to be double the amount of funny stories. There's going to be so many funny stories. And that's the thing, like some people may think that this is foolish, but this is true, raw love. They're expressing true, raw love. And I don't think this person knows what's going to come from it. I don't know whether this person, I don't think this person's planned the aftermath of this. I think they're just like, I need to propose and I need to do it now. Like, I need to express my love. Help me with these flowers. Help me with this, help me with that. I need to express my love. And I think a lot of people thought this relationship wasn't going to work out. But you guys are going to have the last laugh. Right, that is your reading. Before I leave you, I want to quickly discuss the 𝒂𝒆𝒍𝒐 and what it means. So the 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒐 brings optimism and openness and helps us enjoy and celebrate life. Again, I sense that really jovial energy around you guys. And it really is a transformation of all the negative things you've been through and being able to laugh about it. And being able to realize that you went through all that stuff because you guys had passion underneath it all. You've got passion. You guys you don't want a boring life. You want an exciting life. And this has all been an experience for you guys. Also, this 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒐 is to optimism and a future of a more open, emotionally open relationship. Beautiful. This camera's going to cut off before I say bye. Great. So, cheers to that. I can actually visualize a room of everyone going, to pile number 3, cheers. Like, I can definitely sense that kind of energy around this connection, which is gorgeous. So, 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒐, pile number 3. That is your reading. I don't know why I just went blank. That is your reading. I hope you liked this video and you resonated. If you liked it, please drop me a like because it helps the video circulate and it helps this channel grow. If you like content like this, please subscribe because I would love to make more content like this for you. If you have any ideas for future pick a card readings, please drop those in the comments down below because I want to bring you the content that you want to see. Also, I do offer private readings. I have a limited amount of readings which are also linked down below. I advertise my readings on Etsy, so you'll see a little Etsy link down there. So if you want a private reading with me. And pile number 3 have an extremely exciting and explosive proposal. I don't know why I'm struggling with the outro with this one too much, like the energy's all over the place. Give me my selenite wand. Thank you so much for watching again, if I haven't already said that, and goodbye. Bye, pile number 3. Hello, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. Let's have a look at the juice behind your proposal. You chose the serpentine crystal, which is also known as new jade, and we will touch upon the meaning of this crystal at the end of the reading because I'm always so fascinated when the meaning of the crystal has a connection to the theme of the reading. So first up, I want to look at the energy around your proposal, and we're going to start with why your future spouse decides to propose to you. So sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I look for you everywhere. And I left when I saw you with someone. Now, when I first grabbed hold of these cards, I did have a very possessive energy around your future spouse. So I think he looks at you like a possession, and it's not a bad thing. I don't mean this in a negative way. This is a positive reading. It's about your proposal, but I think they get a bit annoyed if anyone else is looking at you. They're very territorial in a really nice way, a really protective way. Like, they look at you like you're a prize. They're like, I know how hot my man or woman is, but please, don't look at them that way. Like, it's funny because I had before I started this reading, I had a song playing in my head about butts. So I don't know whether this person like really likes your butt or whether they hold you by the bum a lot, male or female, whether they slap you on the bum a lot, whether they're just really obsessed with it basically. But also when they're being protective, I feel like they can pull you in by the butt. And I think that's probably the body part that they get most possessive over. Like if they see another man or woman looking at your butt, they're like, mine, please avert your eyes. And I do feel like they want to marry you because they want everyone to know that you are theirs. They're so proud of you, you know, really proud of you. And they only have eyes for you as well. Like they know that they do not find anyone and will not find anyone as attractive as they find you. I do actually sense that you are an extremely attractive person though. You may have a lot of Scorpio energy, like very sexual energy, hypnotic kind of energy, intense eyes, like that kind of thing. So I do think you gain a lot of attention, and I do think that's why this person thinks I need to put a ring on it so that everyone knows that this beautiful creature is all mine. And I do think they have a lot of fear around losing you as well, someone else taking you. I actually do feel like they're not as attractive as you, which is cool because, you know, there'll be other reasons why you're with them, but you are like the more attractive one in the relationship. I'm definitely getting that. And I do think that they believe you at times to be more superficial than you are. I do think you might get quite offended, because I think at times they will say, you're just going to go off with someone who's better looking than me, and you're kind of like, you really think I'm that superficial? Like, I do think that could be like a kind of discussion that you guys have on a regular basis. But you're not, you know, you love them, you see the beauty in them, and I don't think you realise, to be honest, that you are the more attractive one. But I think me saying this now, you're probably thinking, yeah, I guess I am. But you're not superficial. Now, we've got true love and cherish. True love comes when you least expect it. Again, it's that thing, like, you're more attractive than them. And I think it could be by like quite a country mile. Like you are like very much more physically attractive than they are. And I don't think people tend to put you both together. But your idea is, you know, this is true love, and love can be created in the least expected places. Also cherish your relationship. And I think this person really cherishes you. Your future spouse cherishes you so much. They know that they're punching. They know that they're very lucky to have you. And because of your very noticeable good looks and like sexual aura, they know they gotta put a ring on it. Okay. So let's have a look at what's going on in your life when your future spouse proposes to you. So you may have changed jobs around this time, or be changing jobs or wanting to change a job. I also see you getting a promotion at a job around this time. So maybe you've changed jobs to go to another job where you earn more money, or maybe you've even changed careers completely, doing something completely different. I do sense you may work with people of the community. You may help people in the community. You may be like a therapist, a social worker, work at a charity, or even things like retail and hospitality where you're around a lot of people, a very sociable job. And you may be changing careers at this point. You may be just moving to another job in the same sector, or you may actually be completely changing your job. But I definitely sense like whatever this job change is, it is going to bring in more money, and it's going to bring you guys a bit more money to play with. I actually think this job change, maybe your other half, your future spouse, is already kind of like saving a bit of money. I think your future spouse could be saying they're saving money for like a bigger house or a new car in particular, but they're not telling you that they're actually saving a little bit of money for a wedding as well. Or they are saving for a new car, but they're looking at that new car kitty as a bit of that is my car and a bit of that is my wedding. And I think when you get this new job, maybe your income's going to increase, or you're going to get a promotion and you're going to be able to save more money. And I think your future spouse is going to be like, oh, we could really make this happen now. Because some people just want to be proposed to. Some people just want that ring, and some people can stay proposed for years. There's people who have never got married after they've got proposed. Your future spouse is going to propose to you to get married to you ASAP, right? This person wants you to be theirs ASAP. So they ain't going to propose if you're not getting married 6 months later. They are literally like, propose, let's plan the wedding. So I think this job change is going to be a big factor to this. It's going to be like, oh, we can make this happen now. Okay, so let's have a look at the ring. I'm going to use my intuition for this. And I just want to see what shapes and colours come to mind regarding your ring. I do sense a very traditional type of ring, but I think it's going to be very traditional. A simple and elegant ring, but I think there's going to be something a little bit different with it. The crystals may be quite a like extreme colour, so they could be like reds in there or purples. Or it may be a rose gold ring with like white or diamonds. I'm definitely sensing a very classic design, elegant design, a dainty ring, but it stands out because it's either rose gold or the crystals are a prominent colour, like a very bright kind of eye-catching colour. And I do think this person is going to choose the metal of the ring to your liking. But I think they're going to choose the crystals in particular, things like reds, because they want to express their deep, deep 𝒆𝒄al desire for you. Your future spouse definitely holds some insecurity. Yeah. So your future spouse is quite insecure, we've gathered that, and that's why they want to put a ring on it. They know how out of their league you are. And this is why they're going to want that ring to be quite noticeable. The bright colours, so that other men can see it, like even before they approach you. Part number 4. Who is this person? I mean, I honestly feel it in a very sweet way, like they're so proud of you. Like you are like a trophy wife or husband. But they just want people to know, like, this person is mine. I am worthy for this person. Because on the outside, you may look very different. When really on the inside, you're an amazing match. And we've got the 8 of Wands here as well, around like the proposal and things like that. And it is that fast kind of, I want to get proposed and I want to get married. Like it's quick. And I definitely think this quickness, this quick movement is the same when it comes to planning the proposal. I think this person kind of got the hit when it comes to like the money in the bank and was like, right, we're going to do this and we're going to do this now. But there's like so much excitement around it and like a need to like rush it and do it now. This could be quite an impulsive person as well. Your future spouse could be quite impulsive. They may actually be an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Heavy emphasis on the Aries Venus. When they decide something, they want to do it now. They could also have heavy Gemini in their chart as well. I definitely sense this urgency. Now, I don't think this is going to have an impact on your proposal. They're not going to slapdash it, they're not going to rush it, because they are going to work very hard to make sure that it is absolutely perfect and a proposal fit for a queen. But the main thing about this is it's going to be traditional. Your future spouse is all about traditions. I think they are going to ask your parents for your hand in marriage. They're going to do it the old school way. And I definitely think they're looking for a church marriage as well. And when it comes to the proposal, it's going to be that kind of tradition. I would not be surprised if they have red roses, petals, things like that. And I think that's also why they chose like the classic kind of ring, because they want everything to be as traditional as possible, how it's supposed to be. This person may be quite religious. They may go to church, or they may have been religious in their youth, and that's where this tradition comes from, or they may have parents who are very religious. So that's where they get that sense of tradition. So yes, they're going to move in quick, but they're not going to cut corners, and expect this to be very traditional with the traditional things like roses, the parents, and things like that. Okay. And let's see how confident they feel about this. Their feelings behind the proposal. I think their insecurities coming up here, because we've got the Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is fast moving, very fast moving, and I don't think this person's going to cut corners, okay? Let's put it that way. I don't think they're going to cut corners, but the Knight of Swords moves so fast that sometimes he misses the details. But I don't think he's going to miss the details here. I don't think this person, your future spouse, is going to miss the details. I just think they're going to kind of move very rapidly and through like instinct. Definitely driven as well by that like sexual urge they have for you too. They have like insecurity. Now, I don't think they think that you're going to say no, but I definitely think that they are worried that they are not enough for you, and that they are stopping you being with someone who you feel on the level with. And it's a crazy, crazy thought, because you know inside you're on the same level. But this person's definitely very insecure, but it's very sweet. Very sweet. And it doesn't affect your relationship. Their insecurity just means that sometimes they are very possessive. And I think at the beginning of the relationship, you actually had a few arguments about their possessiveness. But I think further on in the relationship, if you're in the relationship now, or if you're not met this person yet, further on in the relationship, you're going to understand that the possessiveness is because they feel so dearly about you and they're so proud of you, and you're going to be quite easy with the possessiveness, and you're going to start looking at it as like a bit of a compliment. But yeah, when it comes to proposal, this person is just worried that they're just not enough for you, but they want to build with you. They want to expand with you, and you really are their world. With the Three of Wands in the world here, like they want to build a beautiful existence with you. It's you that they want. You are the main thing on their mind when they wake up in the morning, when they take a break at work, and when they go to bed at night. It's you. It's all you. And that's why this person wants to put a ring on it. Okay, so is this proposal going to be what you want? Is it going to be what they want? Is it going to be an occasion of some kind, like a birthday, or is it going to be a random date? Now, I'm definitely sensing that this person's going to go with tradition. And the lock and key, oh my god, they're so possessive, they're so proud of you, and they just like love you so much. Intuitively, look, I'm getting that this may not be exactly what you want, but they are going to go down the more traditional route. It's going to be beautiful, but it's going to be very traditional. It's going to be the kind of proposals that you see on the movies. I would not be surprised if this person takes you to Paris. And as I say that, I roll Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion and overseas travel. I think they may take you to Paris or somewhere traditional where people propose to people. Paris, Rome, New York. I wouldn't be surprised if they invite your family along, your parents along for this as well. You may think, why are we going on a trip with my mum and dad? And they're like, because I want everyone to know that I'm locking you down. I think they're going to, when they're on one knee, and it is going to be very traditional, they're going to be on one knee, they're going to do everything traditional. I think they're going to express to you how insecure they are and how much they don't deserve you. And I do think this may make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's a compliment and it is meant in good jest. But I think they're going to pour their heart out while they're on one knee, they're going to cry, and they're just going to express how much they don't deserve you. And then afterwards, you're going to have a wild night of passionate sex. We have got the Three of Wands twice here. Every single reading, I've had a double up of cards with this. Every single one, every pile. They only see a future with you. They do not want to foresee their future with anyone else, and they've already planned out what your marriage is going to be like. And they are going to create the proposal which reflects the marriage that you're going to have. They want you all for themselves. I've got the Hermit. And the Hermit normally means like introspection, but here I can just see the star in the lantern, and normally that means shining wisdom, and I do think they're going to shine their wisdom. They are going to be very expressive about how they feel, but the star in the cage, okay? I just think, again, you're the star and they're caging you in. They want to cage you. They want you to be theirs. And again, I don't want you to take this in a negative way. They want all of you. They don't want to share you with anybody. And you may already know this if you're already with this person. Okay. So the proposal itself, Jupiter again, overseas, I'm telling you, they're going to take you away. And if it's not overseas, it's going to be a landmark in the same country that you're in, but I'm definitely sensing overseas travel. And we've got Scorpio as well. Intensity, exposing, purging and renewing. And that comes up twice because I've rolled the 8th house here as well. And I do think this person's going to really pour their heart out. I do sense this feeling that this is going to be a private affair. They're going to propose to you in one of those traditional landmarks. I honestly think your family are going to be there, but it's going to be quite an intimate setting. I don't see a lot of people there. I see it being quite private. you, your future spouse, and maybe your parents, and this future spouse just crying their eyes out on the floor. And you're like, wow, this person is really unloading right now. And I think it's going to be beautiful. I think it's going to be very heartfelt. And I think everyone is going to be so sure that this is the right thing for both of you. I think your parents, if they are going to be there, are going to feel a little bit uncomfortable because they're going to see a man creating a flood on the floor with their tears. But it's one of those proposals where you can go away and be like, that was just for us. That was so personal to us. And you didn't do it so that you could flex. You didn't do it so everyone could go, oh, well done. Oh my gosh, well done. That was amazing. And they could go, yeah, thank you, thank you. Like, you know that they did it for you. It was all for you. They were laser focused on you during the whole proposal. And even if your parents are there, or their parents even or friends or whatever, even though I don't feel a lot of people there, even though they were highly emotional and they poured their heart out and said so many kind things about you and your relationship, you know they were just looking at you the whole time. They didn't give an SHIT about anyone else around. And I think you feel this with them a lot. They don't care about who's around them. When you're on a date, they don't look around in the room and go, oh, she's looking, oh yeah, you know, oh, the weight is all right. Like, you know that they're always laser focused on you. They're obsessed with you. And that's why this is going to work out so well, because they are never, ever going to have eyes on anyone else but you. Got the Tower and the Sun to end off this reading. So I definitely think the Tower is here because of this person's own insecurity. And they're so worried that even expressing their emotions and doing this is going to make you go, oh, whoa, this is too much. But really, this is going to be a dream come true with the Sun. I think this is such a polarizing ending to the reading, because their view on, like, how they feel about themselves is like unworthy to you. And I think your yes, you're going to take them from this feeling in this relationship of insecurity to, oh, I am worthy. And yeah, I'm going to leave that there, because I think I've said everything and I've relayed all the information to you that I've picked up on. But to end off, I am going to talk about the Serpentine, the new jade crystal, and let's have a look and see what this means. So Serpentine helps ease feelings of depression, helps overcome situations where we feel stuck. Guys, I mentioned this person's insecurity. It holds them stuck in this thought that they're no good for you and that you're going to leave them. And this is going to alleviate that, because you're going to say yes to their hand in marriage, and it's really going to boost their morale, and they're going to feel like the flipping sun. And they're going to go, if I wasn't worthy, this woman or man wouldn't have said yes. That's beautiful. It's also got a strong connection to the Kundalini due to its name Serpentine. So the Kundalini is, it's a snake that's coiled up at the bottom of your spine. It has a connection to very severe spiritual awakenings. But it's also got a connection to sexual energy, and I do think you guys have a very strong sexual energy, and I think your future spouse is constantly undressing you at all times, and you may think it's quite inappropriate at times, but hey ho. Also, Serpentine helps assist you through periods of regeneration and awakenings, connected to that Kundalini again. This is going to change your future spouse's life. This is going to boost your future spouse with the confidence that they needed. And I don't think you're going to realise how much saying yes to them is going to light up their life and actually change their whole view on themselves and boost that self-esteem. So my camera turns off after 30 minutes and these readings are going on forever, so I've had to clip the video so I can say bye properly. So I want to say a massive thank you for watching. If you like this video, please drop it a like because it helps the video circulate and it helps the channel grow. If you like content like this, please subscribe because I would love to make more content like this for you. And if you have any ideas for future pick a card readings, please comment them down below because I want to bring you the content that you want to see. Pile number 4. Yes, this was beautiful. Guys, I shall see you in the next reading. Bye bye.